Rainbow Six Siege 2 is just leaked, and it is getting revealed and launching a lot sooner than anyone thought. One of the most popular leakers has just posted something that everyone anticipated, but no one expected: a new version of Rainbow Six Siege called Rainbow Six Siege X. It seems like it's actually happening. The leaks are showing us that Rainbow Six Siege 2 was actually in the works for the past few years, and we're getting everything we wanted and more. Ubisoft is making a whole new game for us, and, a little spoiler, it is expected to come this year. But what can we actually expect from it, and can they actually make it better than it already is? Rainbow Six Siege has been holding its ground since its launch in 2015, delivering one of the most intense tactical shooter experiences out there. Over the years, Ubisoft has kept things fresh with new operators, maps, and balancing updates, making sure the game stays relevant. But now, rumors are popping up about something even bigger: a possible Rainbow Six Siege 2 in development. Well, it is no secret that Ubisoft has had some ups and downs recently, and it is kind of clear that they need a new breakout title, something to hook the players again. It is worth noting, however, that Ubisoft has had a pretty rough 2024.
Ubisoft, once a titan in the gaming industry, now a clown. Getting dangerously close to becoming Blockbuster right before our little peepers here. It just keeps getting worse for them.
Their stock used to be worth 90 euros a share only 5 years ago, and now it's selling at about 10 euros a share. This is mainly because Ubisoft has just been releasing flop after flop after flop,
with Star Wars Outlaws failing to move the needle, and X-Defiant coming to an abrupt end after just 7 months and 3 seasons. The Assassin's Creed Shadows release date has also been pushed back twice, and Quadruple A game, Skull and Bones, has failed to do, well, anything.
And shockingly, when they release the exact same game every year, people stop buying it.
In short, Ubisoft needs a win. Rainbow Six Siege was once the king of tactical shooters, and while it has recently fallen by the wayside, struggling to compete with the likes of Counter-Strike 2 and Valorant, a sequel may just inject some life back into the franchise. So, what do the leaks tell us about Rainbow Six Siege X? Well, first of all, it is important to note that this famous Twitter leaker, @FraxIsWinning, has been right about almost everything before. He successfully leaked operators before launch, events coming to the game, and much more stuff. So, on February 5th, Frax tweeted this: "If you're in the leak server, the cat is out of the bag. Siege 2 will be releasing sometime in the future. I was wrong about year 10 being Siege X. Siege 2 is Siege X." We firstly heard about this 5 months ago, when the codename for it was Modernized Siege, which later changed to Siege 2, and finally, it seems to be Siege X. For Rainbow Six Siege X would make more sense, as it would come exactly 10 years after launch, for which the X stands for.
We said Siege would be here for 10 years, and then we said it would be around for 10 more. As the end of year 9 marks the 10th anniversary of Siege, we'll be sharing our plans for that future. And we'll be making damn sure that Siege remains the pinnacle of strategic PvP experiences.
The new game will be something like the CS2 or Overwatch 2, where we would keep all the cosmetics we had, all the progress and everything, just like we're playing normal Siege right now, but with a new engine, better graphics, new events, more depth for new operators, and potentially a new playing style. This would happen as a part of Year 10 update.
From what I understand, you will not have to buy Rainbow Six Siege 2. It is going to be open to be downloaded to anyone who already owns the game. From what I understand, you guys will be able to transfer what you already own to the other game. And on top of all that, a new anti-cheat and a brand new system rehaul is coming to the game.
But let's focus on the stuff we know for sure should be coming with this new version of Rainbow Six. The reason we had so many bugs over the last 10 years is actually pretty simple. You see, Ubisoft built the original Siege game on Assassin's Creed engine called Ubisoft Anvil.
Assassin's Creed, the third-person assassination, climb the buildings, hide in a bush game, is what supports a first-person competitive million-dollar, billion-dollar company that has LAN events. Absolutely insane.
That is why with each update, we have the same bugs and glitches that annoy everyone playing this game religiously. Well, these bugs actually can't be fixed permanently, and switching to the new engine, specifically made for Rainbow Six Siege X, would fix these problems. Having a new game dedicated to its own engine would be game-changing. Another big problem Ubisoft has had is that, for the ones who don't know, the original developers who had the idea to make this game are no longer working on it. As soon as the game blew up, Ubisoft said, "Hey, good job, but go make another new game right now." This led to a big roller coaster of changes season after season, because they didn't change the developers only once, but actually with almost every season. New developers would come into the project, bring a new idea, and get kicked. There was no consistency. A new game engine would change everything. It would look better, it would play smoother, people with worse PCs could handle the game easier, and Ubisoft could finally bring in so many different things into the new game, as well as new mechanics. However, this is not all. There is so much more about these leaks. But before we get into them, let me just remind you that if this video brought you some new useful information that you might appreciate, a subscribe to the channel would mean a lot to me. Just 2 days ago, Frax leaked the new Hereford event that came into Siege. Just before that, we found out that Siege X is expected to come in Year 10, Season 2, with the announcement set for the finals of 6 Invitational 2025 on February 16th, 2025. Moreover, he says that Year 10 Season 1 update should include a new operator with a codename Raora, as well as a new event called Patriot. While in Season 2 of Year 10, we can expect a Clash remaster, an operator we know has the same pick rate as Blackbeard before the rework. However, in Season 3, which would already be Siege X, we can expect yet another operator with a codename Heist. He would be a new defender, with the new gadget being one of the 3 previously linked in Year 9 Season 4, metal detectors, fire extinguishers, or sprinklers. These leaks seem to be true, considering that a Rainbow Six Siege developer posted this thread just a day after Frax's leaks. He said, "To be clear, I'm talking about disclosing unannounced content like revealing information about a game before it comes out. I'm not talking about whistleblowing. That's an important service that has value." And the timing seems rather odd. What do you think? However, all these leaks come into contrast to something a Rainbow Six Siege creative director said at the 6 Invitational 2024. Well, he said, "The idea of switching engines to something that can be off-the-shelf ready simply doesn't answer the needs of a competitive and demanding game like Siege. I'm not going to name names, but you see games that did go through sequels and just completely drop the ball because they have to remake every single thing that they did in that first game." Karpazis compares the practice to losing your homework and then having to redo it, except you'll never make it exactly the same way as the original, he says. It can be really frustrating, really costly, and in the end, it doesn't even give you anything that was a benefit. If you know what you've to begin with and you build it up, that is where we see success. And that is where we know we can take Siege into the future. This just means that everything you heard about Siege X should be taken with a large grain of salt. We can't know anything for sure, and this is just the information we found through leaks. However, if you already feel nostalgic about the old Siege, something that might spike your memory is a recent video I made on Bolo's best plays. Give it a watch.